After getting mixed results with my anti-matter generator, I've decided to work on motion tracking again. Hi, what you see here is FaceOSC with a regular webcam driving an MBLab character through my modified Kinector plugin. I'm using a black background and a black shirt for better results. Let me show you how you can do this yourself.
First, you want to head over to Visa.ly, go to the Kinector page, scroll all the way down until you see the FaceOSC Kinector chapter. Download FaceOSC, which can be found here. You can select your architecture. Then you want to edit the settings file. I'm going to show you here real quick. Change host to 127.0.0.1 and change the port to 7000. Then you can download the Kinector add-on. And finally, you head over to MBLab and download the latest version of this add-on. Once you have done that, you can start Blender. Then you can install the FaceOSC Kinector add-on and the MBLab add-on. Once you've done that, if you press N, you should see MBLab and a Kinector tab here. Let's delete the cube. I'm pressing X to delete it. And now I am adding a character. Let's go for a male elf. I'm using the Eevee engine and I'm going to create the character. This takes a while, but your character will eventually appear. Now we can add some randomness to it and make this very noticeable. Generate. So as you can see, the whole character has changed its shape. I'm gonna just position the light and the camera so we can actually see something. Behold our elf. He's a bit upset. I don't know why. Now let's go and finalize this guy. We don't need to save images. Now we just want to finalize it. Once this is done, you will notice that the name here has changed to MBLab SK something or other. We can now head over to the Kinector tab, and with the slot 1 selected, you can move this character to Kinector 1. This allows you to manage up to 4 characters within Blender. Now, one important step we still need to do. You need to select the head bone here in pose mode actually. And then we need to change the mode here to XYZ Euler, because otherwise we won't get rotations from FaceOSC. Speaking of, let's start FaceOSC now. And by the way, you will see messages here in the console. Should you have problems with Kinector, it might be helpful to look for what's written here. So if I'm starting Kinector, you will see that it has been started. And if I stop it, you will see that as well. But sometimes it can be very helpful. So I'm going to start FaceOSC. And as you can see, it already detects my face. Let's go back to Blender and start Kinector. As you can see, the head moves, the face moves, but it's very slow. This is because we do have some modifiers active here. And just make sure you disable this modifier here in the viewport, and now the thing is a lot more responsive. You can also disable that one, as we don't really need it. You don't disable this one because otherwise you can turn your head, but the mesh will stay as it is. So now we have a pretty good idea how the face recognition will work, right? So if you want to record the whole thing, just move back here, click the record tab, and perhaps I'm gonna make some space so we see what's happening, and we can record our keyframes. Tracking the head works until to a certain angle, but yeah, that's about it. So once you're done recording, finishing the real-time tracking, and you can play what you have recorded. It's always a good idea to go back to the graph editor here and have a look at the keyframes. You can uncheck this to see all possible animations. Let's pick the head orientation to start with. As you can see, those lines are really wobbly and all over the place. If you hit Alt-O, you can smooth them out. And you can do this for all axes. And now the head movement should look much, you can remove it, so. The head movement should be much smoother now. And the rest, well, it's not so bad, but you can always fine-tune whatever you have here in this editor. So those are rotations, but those lines here, they correspond to those shape keys. So you can check it out here. Yeah, let's zoom in a bit so we can have a look at eyes closed perhaps, and then smooth them out a little bit. Same goes for the other one. Yeah, so it's not so bad if you consider. This is all done with a regular webcam. So I hope you have fun with that and enjoy it. Bye now.